What if you don't remember your past life, but something in you still does? Not as a story, but as a feeling, as a reaction, as a pattern. Because maybe memory is not in the mind. Maybe it lives deeper. Radhe Radhe, beautiful souls, my beautiful seekers. Welcome back to the Gita Wisdom Cards. Yes, today I want to explore something that I recently heard in a podcast, and it really stayed with me. A very simple but powerful question. What if memory is not just mental? What if it's energetic? Memory is not just in the mind. We usually think that memory is a face that we remember, a moment that comes up, a story from the past, a sound that we hear, a song, then something recalls. But think about this. Why do some fears feel older than this life? Why do some connections feel instant, like you already know someone? And why do certain emotions feel too deep for the situation? So that's when I started feeling maybe memory is not always a story. Maybe memory is an imprint. Think about that. Imprint. So not I remember what happened, but something in me remembers. And in yogic tradition, this is called samskara. We know this. Deep imprints in consciousness. And they're not stored like a file in the brain, but they're stored like a pattern in your being. And this changes everything. Because then, reincarnation is not about remembering your past life name. It's about carrying forward. And what are you carrying forward? Your tendencies, your fears, your desires, your growth. So, when we come back now to the Bhagavad Gita, because we are here in the Gita Wisdom card, it explains it so beautifully. The body changes, but something inside continues. It's like changing clothes. So the question becomes, what actually continues? Not your Instagram history, not your old conversations, but your inner patterns. And this is where breath becomes very interesting. Because breath is not just air. Or breath reflects our inner state. Because when you're anxious, breath changes. When you are angry, breath changes. When you are peaceful, breath softens. So breath is like a bridge between your mind and something deeper. So what about our deep emotions versus the surface emotions? Have you noticed this? Some emotions are light. They come and they easy pass. They also pass quickly. But others, they feel ancient. Like they were already there before the situation even started. That's not just a moment. That's something deeper, moving. And often, your breath reacts before your mind understands. So, what is the key realization? The mind says, I don't remember. But your system says, I'm still carrying something. And you know what? Breath reveals it. So why this matters now, this is where it becomes powerful. Because if we carry imprints, then every moment matters. Every reaction, every habit, every emotional loop, you are reinforcing something. But here's the good news also. We have good news today. You can change it. So not by forcing, but just becoming aware. Every time you pause instead of react, every time you breathe instead of panic, every time you choose awareness, you are reshaping the imprint. So maybe rebirth is not about your story continuing, but your patterns continuing. And what is your work? It is to become conscious of what you are carrying. Simple, very simple. So instead of asking, what do I remember? Just ask, what is still living through me? What am I repeating? And what am I ready to release? Because maybe the mind forgets, the soul carries, and the breath tells you the truth. So, if this spoke to you, if this message relates to you, resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Do you feel memory exists deeper than the mind? And if you want more and more reflections like this, then please subscribe and like my videos. And see you at the next wisdom card. Jai Shri Krishna.